Hi, my name's Luther, and John Mondloch built a wonderful addition to the backside of our house, replacing a deck that had deteriorated over the years. And the goal of the project was to allow us for all year around be able to enjoy our backyard. We have a large backyard with lots of birds and other kinds of wildlife that appear occasionally, and in the past with the deck it was strictly spring and summer and maybe early fall before we were driven indoors, but now we can enjoy our backyard year-round in this addition. With that goal in mind, John and I put our heads together, and along with my wife, and we came up with what we think is just a perfect little retreat, or sometimes we call it our cabin. We don't have a lake cabin or anything like that, so we just decided to build a cabin that was right off of our house. When we first began to talk with John, we had a design that had been done by another friend of ours for basically a 2- or 3-season porch that was done in 1994. And so this is currently 2012. John did his work for us in 2011. So you can tell we don't go into anything in too big of a hurry. We ran into John at the St. Cloud Home and Garden Show, and we shared our ideas with him, and he came out practically the next week and took a look at that old plan, and together we came up with a plan that was just perfect for what we wanted. It was an addition to the house that we had some particular ideas about, and John filled in the rest. We tried to do the construction in a way that disrupted the rest of the house to a minimum, and that worked out perfectly. John and his crew were extremely cooperative in everything that they did. John's estimate came in exactly within a few dollars of the other folks we had come by an estimate, and quite frankly we weren't convinced that those others would be able to deliver on their promises the way John did. John's crew was terrific to work with. In fact, so much so that I was able to be here every day, be involved in answering questions that they were always ready to ask. They didn't proceed with anything until they checked and made sure that it was something that my wife or I thought was really a good idea. And the fact that we were able to live here, be able to carry on with our daily lives with the crew going at it, was really a benefit. They were always very prompt. We always knew exactly when they were going to come. We always knew exactly what they were going to do when they were here. They were also very prompt and very careful in terms of our lawn, our trees, our shrubs and flower beds. They were very, very cooperative and very, very careful. Not only John's crew, but his subcontractors and suppliers. Based on the work on this addition, we have absolutely no reservations in recommending John Mondloch Remodeling to anybody considering a job that doesn't have to even be a major job. I think one of his mottos is no job too small and no job too big. And ours was, I would say, a mid-sized project that required a fair amount of construction, footings, excavation for the footings, framing, roofing, electrical, some heating and ventilating work. And again, John Mondloch and his subs did all of the work just exactly to our expectations and exactly to the budget that we had set up. I'm actually wearing a project manager shirt from John Mondloch because part of the process of putting this addition on involved a lot of work that was in staining and painting and other kinds of gopher kinds of things, and both John and his crews were just so great to work with. They let me get involved to the degree that I was able to do some help, and I knew when to stay out of the way when I wasn't needed, and as a result, I got a shirt.